Hello, it's me, the Velvet Curtain, aka the man from Uncool, with The Stinkers Part 1. A random selection of some of the most annoying and buttock-clenching excruciating tunes you or anyone else has ever heard. But what makes a particular tune good or bad, or an artist annoying or revered? Well, quite frankly, who cares? We all know that some tunes are just really bloody annoying and some aren't. It's as simple as that, isn't it? Of course it's not, but perceived musical beauty is ultimately down to the era that we're hearing, i.e. you and me. One man's meatloaf is another man's poison. Or worse, Striper. Christian metal, so wrong. We'll explore these issues in later shows, but for the moment, with the Portaloo pop full of almost 70 years of stinkers, there's time only to scrape the surface of floating sky, perhaps reach in and pull out the odd golden turd. Would it be possible to make existing and well-known classical stinkers as Agadoo, the Birdie song, and Swing the Move by Jive Bunny and the Master Mixers even more irritating? Let's see what we can do. Oh, it looks like we can. I'm going to call that Birdie Doo-Doo, a real master mix of old droppings. Now, more importantly, what's the worst Osmond song? I know it's a toughie, isn't it? Could it be Paper Roses by Marie Osmond? Could it be Puppy Love by Donny? Could it be the real stinker that is Long-Haired Lover from Liverpool? That bizarre paean to sadomasochism and bondage? Malformed and twisted sister of Iggy Pop's I Want to Be Your Dog? Think about it. The lyrics. I'll be your clown, or your puppet, or your April Fool. Cut my hair, I'll even wear a mask. It's just weird stuff, isn't it? And if he cuts his hair, he's no longer going to be even Long-Haired Lover from Liverpool. Just a small child wearing a mask. Too weird. We know it's certainly not the Stone Cold classic Crazy Horses, but I'm going to go for Puppy Love. Someone help me please. Yep, I think that'll Agadoo-Doo. Now, the most irritating Cliff Richard record. I mean, Cliff, actually, to be fair, he did record Move It, which is great, and Wired for Sound, which I recently discovered thanks to Cy, out of Cy Sounds, who put me onto that one. That's also a great song as well. Check it out. Gets in your head like a real earworm. But on the other side, on the downside, he did also record Mistletoe and Wine and Saviour's Day and an execrable Miss You Night. But we're going to go with Congratulations on the ground that it failed to win the 1967 Eurovision Song Contest and brought shame on the nation.
Congratulations and celebrations when I tell everyone that you're in love with me. Congratulations and jubilations. I want the world to know I'm happy as can be. Who would believe that I could be happy and contented? I used to think that happiness hadn't been invented, but that was in the bad old days before I met you. When I let you walk into my heart. Congratulations and celebrations when I tell everyone that you're in love with me. Congratulations and jubilations. I want the world to know I'm happy as can be. I was afraid that maybe you thought you were above me, that I was only fooling myself to think you'd love me. But then tonight you said you couldn't live without me, that round about me you wanted to stay. Congratulations and celebrations when I tell everyone that you're in love with me. Congratulations and jubilations. I want the world to know I'm happy as can be. Congratulations and jubilations. I want the world to know I'm happy as can be. I want the world to know I'm happy as can be.
Of course, there's a whole plethora of cringe-inducing Eurovision winners. All Kinds of Everything by Dana springs to mind, not to mention What's Another Year by Johnny Logan. But at least they had the grace to be winners in 1970 and 1980 respectively. Now, what about the most irritating male falsetto? Do you find male falsetto irritating? You know, Bee Gees, that kind of stuff? I mean, stuff like Oh What a Night by Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Or what about this one by the Rubettes? No, too annoying.
Oh, I was enjoying that one.
Well, you like the Laughing Gnome as well, don't you? Perhaps you'll like this one.
Oh, how he sings, writing music to his cattle as he swings, back and forth in his saddle on a horse that is syncopated, gated. What a funny meter to the roar of his repeater. How they run when they hear the fella's gun, because the western folks all know he's a highfalutin, rootin' tootin' son of a gun from Arizona. He's some cowboy. Talk about your cowboy, ragtime cowboy Joe. Look out, Sheriff! They're getting away!
Alvin, stop shooting that gun.
Reach for the sky, you sidewinders!
Alvin, will you put that gun down?
Don't worry, lady. I'll go get 'em.
Alvin! Will you please put that thing down and get back here and sing?
Oh, how he sings, writing music to his cattle as he swings, back and forth in his saddle on a horse that is syncopated, gated. What a funny meter to the roar of his repeater. How they run when they hear the fella's gun, because the western folks all know he's a highfalutin, rootin' tootin' son of a gun from Arizona. He's some cowboy. Talk about your cowboy, ragtime cowboy Joe.
That was Alvin out of Alvin and the Chipmunks, taking male falsetto to its logical extreme. Not as annoying as Pinky and Perky's Would You Like to Swing on a Star for those of you with very long memories, but still pretty bloody annoying. Anyway, Alvin also seems to be busy wasting all the other chipmunks with his gun, presumably jealous of their vocal abilities. It starts off as a kind of a band ensemble and just ends up with him riding off into the sunset. Strange behaviour. I suppose he is a chipmunk. Who knows what goes through their minds, little woodland fanatics. And you're listening to Radio Lewis, the man from Uncool, The Stinkers, Part 1, a 25 o'clock show production. And we're going to carry on now with a request. It's a request from a good old buddy of mine, Kev Pike, and he's requested that I don't play Mother of Mine by Neil Reid. Kev says, I've been racking my brains for some dodgy songs, and the only ones that made me leave the room were the god-awful singing kids of the early 70s. You know, the dozens of crappy imitators that sprung up and quickly faded back into obscurity after the success of Donny Osmond and Michael Jackson. I nominate Neil Reid and Mother of Mine. Makes me shudder just mentioning it. This cloyingly sentimental dirge was buttock-clenchingly embarrassing and really did make me leave the room when it was on Top of the Pops. Please don't play it, I beg you. I know you secretly want to hear it, Kev, so here it is. Opportunity knocks for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, for Master Neil Reid singing his Decca record once again, Opportunity Knocks.
And that was Mother of Mine by Neil Reid. They certainly don't make them like that anymore, do they? And that's presented on Opportunity Knocks by the oleaginous Huey Green, a true oil slick of a presenter. We even got all the way through, didn't we? Even further than we did with Donny Osmond. What do you mean you turned off 10 minutes ago? I know you're still there. It gets worse, you know. Let's have a jingle, and then follow it with another request.
There's nothing between. It's not news or chat, it's not entirely accurate. You're listening to the 25 o'clock show. The lights are on, but there's no one at home.
This is for Nick Cooper, who presents the slightly different radio show also on Radio Lewis, which I urge you to listen to if you don't like the usual old tat. Nick's got more of a suggestion than a request. He says, now that you come to mention it, Tie a Yellow Ribbon, Tony Orlando and Dawn is the song I requested to be played at my funeral. I won't have to listen to it because I'll be dead, so that's my suggestion. No problem, Nick. Just remember not to haunt your own funeral.
I'm coming home, I've done my time. Now I've got to know what is and isn't mine. If you receive my letter telling you I'd soon be free, then you'll know just what to do if you still want me. If you still want me. Whoa, tie a yellow ribbon around the old tree. It's been 3 long years. Do you still want me? If I don't see a ribbon around the old tree, I'll stay on the bus, forget about us, put the blame on me. If I don't see a yellow ribbon around the old tree. Bus driver, please look for me, 'cause I couldn't bear to see what I might see. I'm really still in prison and my love, she holds the key. A simple yellow ribbon's what I need to set me free. I wrote and told her, please, oh, tie a yellow ribbon around the old tree. It's been 3 long years. Do you still want me? If I don't see a ribbon around the old tree, I'll stay on the bus, forget about us, put the blame on me. If I don't see a yellow ribbon around the old tree. Now the whole damn bus is cheering, and I can't believe I see.
Tie a yellow ribbon round the old tree. It's been 3 long years. Do you still want me? Talking of Dawn, and I don't mean the Dawn out of Tony Orlando and Dawn, because they're a band. This is Dawn from Lewis. She's made a suggestion for playing the Barbie song by Aqua, because it's monotonous plastic crap. I like a woman with strong opinions. This is for you, Dawn.
Hiya, Bobby.
Hi, Ken.
You want to go for a ride?
Sure, Ken.
Jump in.
I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination, life is your creation.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination, life is your creation. I'm a blonde single girl in a fantasy world. Dress me up, make it tight, I'm your dolly.
You're my doll, rock and roll. Feel the glamour and pink. Kiss me here, touch me there, hanky panky. getting started.
Oh, I love you, Ken.
Slightly baffling lyrical content on that one, really. Hard to understand how they can indulge in hanky-panky, given the total lack of any kind of sexual characteristics that are usually kind of imbued on Ken and Barbie dolls. Maybe they make them different these days, I don't know. Anyway, talking to people with strong opinions, let's hear from Ben Fuller. He contacted me to talk about some things he would rather not hear ever again. And he's got 3 suggestions for me. Bryan Adams, Everything I Do, for being puke-making drivel. Meatloaf, I'd do anything for love, because even the title doesn't make sense. And finally he says, Europe, the final countdown. I never want to hear anything else by the band, and I'd rather stab myself in both eyes than hear it again. I hope there is some help. Well, it's been a great help, thanks Ben, it's perfect really. I completely agree with you about most of those, including Bryan Adams, Everything I Do. Doesn't make any sense either really, when you think about the sort of range of human behaviour. I mean, humans, for instance, are often kind of admitted to hospital for having hoovers up their bottoms. I mean, I'm not suggesting for 1 minute that Bryan Adams has ever been admitted to hospital for having a hoover up his bottom. I think it was a Dyson, actually, allegedly. No, that's not true either. No, never mind. Let's hear Europe, the final countdown. Anyone near Ben, keep him away from the knives, okay? So I'm guessing you won't be hearing that on the Rock Show anytime soon. I actually find that less annoying than Africa by Toto. But there you are, it's all personal taste, isn't it? You can hear some really good stuff on the Rock Show though. That's Ben Fuller's Rock Show, you should listen to that. It's also on Radio Lewis. Check it out. You're listening to Radio Lewis. At the fourth croak, it will be 25 o'clock precisely.
Phenomena. Phenomena. Phenomena.
So, as you may have gathered, we'd reached the frog and amphibian section of the show. And what kind of a show would it be if it didn't have a frog and amphibian section? And that was Manamana by Manamana and the Two Snowfs. Now, I don't know what a snowf is, but I'm going to say it's an amphibian, otherwise the link doesn't quite work out. And it is the Muppets, and it is kind of frog-related, Kermit and all that. But that actually is a tune, a total earworm, and the essence of an earworm is it gets into your head, and it's really irritating, because you can't get rid of it until you find something even more annoying. Now, what could we find that could be even more annoying than that? Frog-related. Well, you could have It All Stand Together by the Frog Chorus, that's Paul McCartney. Or better still, how about Crazy Frog, Axel F? Better still, what about We Are the Champions by Crazy Frog? This is truly horrible.
Ding it dang dong, we're the champions!
We are the champions, my friend. Keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world.
That sound. Everybody hear what's going down. Ding a dang dong, we reach the top. Time and again from the penalty spot. Ding a dang dong in the stadium. 'Cause it's a goal, we have won. We are the champions, my friend.
I'm terribly relieved that we've reached the end of the frog and amphibian section, particularly as I was a bit concerned that the show wasn't living up to its name of The Stinkers. But I think I can definitely confirm that that song is a total and utter stinker, particularly if you're a Queen fan, I should imagine. I was going to play Bohemian Rhapsody, but it goes on a bit too long, doesn't it? Let's move along now to the exciting world of the all-round entertainer. You know the sort. They sing, they dance. Perhaps they worked in Butlins. Perhaps they ended up being on EastEnders. Perhaps they got their own game show. Perhaps they sing the theme song to their own game show. Hit it, Bruce.
Life is the name of the game, and I want to play the game with you. Life can be terribly tame if you don't play the game with two. Life is to go as you please, and I'd be so pleased to go with you. Life can be oh such a tease if you don't play the game with two.
Remember, life's a gamble.
When choosing partners, you should take a little care.
So jump on nature's ramble
And grab yourself a fair share. Well, there's so much there. I tell you, life is the human race, and I want to race the track with you. Life is a bet for a place if you don't play the game with two.
Remember, life's for living.
Live every minute in each hour of every day.
You gotta do some giving,
But don't you dare give way when it's time to play. 'Cause the name of the game is life, and you may find lots of trouble and strife, and you can end up taking all the blame. 'Cause the name of the game is life. Yeah, the name of the game is life. The name of the game is life. And I wanna play the game with you.
That was Brucey. Some say his shade lives on an endlessly running conveyor belt. A cuddly toy. You can just see Brucey, can't you? Prancing around there, making those shapes, standing in silhouette, dancing about with scantily clad women a third of his age. Give us a twirl, Anthea. Still, that was life. You were an all-round entertainer in the 1970s, a sing and a dance and a bit of fun. Talking of which, let's hear from Terry Scott of Terry and June fame, with something that, viewed from the perspective of the 21st century, or even the 12th century, makes your skin crawl. Phew, I like birds.
In this modern world of ours, where all is push and shove, everybody's got to have something he can love. Some folk like to spend their lives on horses, dogs and booze. Others pass their time away with monkeys, lions and gnus. But me, poor! I like birds, birds, birds. Paw! Any kind of bird. Nothing seen or heard thrills me like a bird. I like birds, birds, birds. You can take my word, there ain't nothing like a bird, bird, bird. There's a throttle-throated, plushy-coated, lushy little thrush who twitters every evening by me door. She whistles up near oh lots of lovey-dovey slush. It makes me feel so I like a bird who rests on me hairy chest, where she's built a nest in my old string vest. I like birds, birds, birds. You can take my word, there ain't nothing like a bird, a bird, a bird.
I like
Birds, birds, birds. I like birds. I used to keep mice. I'd be a sensation with an orc. I've often fancied a poodle. Not like I fancy a bird. I've gone off my porridge. Football and cricket have had it. I love birds. I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control. Cause the power you're supplying, it's electrifying.
You better shape up, cause I need a man. Oh, and my heart is set on you. You better shape up, you better understand. To my heart I must be true.
Nothing left for me to do. You're the one that I want. I need the one that I want. I need the one that I want. The one I need. Oh yes indeed.
If you're filled with infection, you're too sly to convey. Medicate in my direction. Feel your way.
I better shape up, cause you need a man.
I need a man who can keep me satisfied.
I better shape up, if I'm gonna prove.
You better prove if my faith is justified. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure down deep inside. You're the one that I want. I need the one that I want. I need the one that I want.
The one I need. Oh yes indeed. You're the one that I want.
I need the one that I want. You're the one that I want.
The one I need. Oh yes indeed. You're the one that I want. I need the one that I want. I found the one that I want. The one I need. Oh yes indeed. You're the one I want.
Well, I think we get the general idea of that one, don't we? That was Hilda Baker and Arthur Mullard with a superior version of You're the One That I Want. I played that to take your mind off Terry Scott's I Like Birds, a song in itself reimagined in the 21st century by Eels, with a different tune and different lyrics and a completely different sound and different concept. Apart from that, sort of a faithful cover of the original. Anyway, that comes from an album called You Are Awful, But We Like You, which is a compilation of showbiz comedy tidbits of the 60s and 70s. And if you're the proud owner of this album, which I'm not because I borrowed it from Cy, thanks Cy, you can listen to Roger De Courcy, Nookie's Song, or Charlie Williams, or Brian Murphy. I've never heard of him actually. Can't read this bit. Let me see what's going on here. Frankie Howard with June Whitfield, Je T'aime. Amazing stuff. Anyway, let's have something else now. Let's have something slightly more rock and roll. So, and that was Red Cat from Melt Banana, and that's a Japanese band, and that's from their album Return of 13 Hedgehogs, clearly going out of their way to make an excruciating racket, because some people like it. I know I do. I actually kind of like that, really. Then again, I've listened to the whole of Metal Machine music by Lou Reed. Other artists don't seem to be aware of the fact they're making a little bit of a row. Let's hear now from Florence Foster Jenkins, the operatic, and that's in quotation marks, singer from American from the 1930s. Marvellous stuff. This is her rendition of the musical Snuff Box. Or how about this undoubted improvement on Paul McCartney's Yesterday, which came to him in a dream, apparently, but came to the rest of us in a nightmare. It's Larry Wildman Fisher from his 1981 album Pronounced Normal.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something's wrong. Now I long for yesterday. Love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. In yesterday.
Other bands do their very best to be outrageous, but end up being just lame, or in this case, limp, as in Limp Bizkit. This is a track called Rollin', Air Raid Vehicle, from their hilariously named, Chocolate Starfish, Potty Mouth New Metalers, Probably the worst new metal or even metal track I've ever heard, actually. In fact, when I first heard it, I thought they were kidding, but they weren't, apparently. If you have even a modicum of taste, you'll hate this.
Keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is.
Chocolate starfish. Wanna keep on rolling, baby. Move it, now move out. Hands up, now hands down. Back up, back up. Tell me what you gonna do now. Breathe in, now breathe out. Hands up, now hands down. Back up, back up. Tell me what you gonna do now. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. 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 Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. L-I-M-P, Biscuit is right here. People in the house, put them hands in the air. Cause if you don't care, then we don't care. 1, 2, 3 times 2 to the 6. Jonesing for your fix of the Limp Biscuit mix. So where the fuck you at, punk? Shut the fuck up and back the fuck up while we fuck this track up. Throw your hands up. Throw your hands up. Throw your hands up.
Hello, I'm Giuseppe. I got something special for you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. When I was a boy, just about the 8th grade, Mama used to say, don't stay out late with the bad boys. Always shoot the pool. Giuseppe going to flunk a school. Boy, it make me sick. All the thing I gotta do. I can't get no kicks. I always got to follow rules. Boy, it make me sick just to make the lousy bucks. Got to feel like a fool. And the mama used to say all the time, what's the matter you? Hey, gotta no respect. What do you think you do? Why you look so sad? It's not so bad. It's a nice place. Ah, shut up your face. That's my mom, I can remember. Big accordion solo. Play that thing. Really nice, really nice. But soon there come a day, gonna be a big star. Then they make a TV shows and the movies. Get myself a new car, but still I be myself. I don't want it to change a thing. Still a dance and a sing. I think about the mama, she used to say, what's the matter you? Hey, God no respect. What do you think you do? Why you look so sad? It's not so bad. It's a nice place. Ah, shut up your face. Mama, she said it all of the time. What's the matter you? Hey, God no respect. What do you think you do? Why you look so sad? It's not so bad. It's a nice place. Ah, shut up your face. That's my mom. Hello everybody. That's out there on the radio and the TV land. Did you know I had the big hit the song in Italy with this? Shut up your face. I sing this song, all of my fans applaud, they clap their hands. That's making me feel so good. You ought to learn that this song, it's a real simple. See, I sing, what's the matter you? You sing, hey. Then I sing it the rest. And then at the end, we can all sing, ah, shut up your face. Okay, let's try it, really. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the matter you? Hey, God no respect. Hey, what do you think you do? Hey, why you look so sad? Hey, it's not so bad. Hey, it's a nice place. Ah, shut up your face. That's great. We're gonna do the best this time. I bet. Hey, what's the matter you? Hey, God no respect. Hey, what do you think you do? Hey, why you look so sad? Hey, it's not so bad. Hey, it's a nice place. Ah, shut up your face. Okay, one time for mama, everybody. What's the matter you? Hey, God no respect. Hey, what do you think you do? Hey, why you look so sad? Hey, it's not so bad. Hey, it's a nice place. Ah, shut up your face.
And that was the delightful pretend Italian, actually American Australian, believe it or not, Joe Dolce with Shut Up In Your Face. That's for Tom Mende, who apparently has his own pink vinyl copy of that. He loves that song. It's not so bad, is it? I like it as well, actually, mainly because it kept Vienna off the top slot in 1981. For some reason, I can't stand Vienna. Not the place, but the song. It means absolutely nothing to me. Joe Dolce, on the other hand, isn't the kind of person you'd employ as a counsellor or go to with your sort of mental health issues. His attitude seems to be, "Hey, what's the matter, you? Hey, got no respect. What do you think you do? Why you look so sad? It's a not so bad. It's a nicer place. Hey, shut up in your face." Thus trivialising all your issues and charging you £500 for the session. I'll see you next Wednesday. I don't think so, Joe.
The 25 o'clock show changes like the British weather. So, if you don't like what you're hearing, stick around for a minute and something else will soon be along.
Now, hugely successful but reviled by many and described by one of my colleagues as Satan spawn, it's always a bit of a mystery, as Toya would say, as to why people dislike Phil Collins so much. He seems okay to me. Isn't In the Air Tonight a great song? No, you don't think so? Well, last time on The Man from Uncool, we fed Phil's brainwaves through the 25 o'clock show computer to try and establish what the issues were. Now, I had to coax him in with an award because I didn't have any members of the royal family with me, but this is what happened. Phil, mate, come over here, I've got an Oscar for you. Yeah, I know you've got one. You can always use another one, of course you can, yeah. Cher's going to present it for you. Just come over here and put these electrodes on. It won't take a moment. Yeah, it's all part of the ceremony, it's just a little prank. You'll enjoy it. Okay, just feeding all the information in. No jacket required. Face value, it's all going in there. Susudio, here we go. Phil's brain.
The Oscar goes to Phil Collins for You'll Be in My Heart.
Yeah, how my life can go on, I think. Well, it's been hell, I'll tell you. You don't know what this means to me.
Phil Collins.
You don't know what this means to my kids.
Phil Collins.
Fantastic. I got some people to thank. I'll do it quickly.
Oh, blimey, it's smoky in here. No, I'm really sorry about the jacket, Phil. You did say no jacket required, though. Well, yeah, okay, yeah, we'll sort it out later. Yeah, results inconclusive, I'd say, on this occasion. Not too sure about that, really. Have to repair the machine at some stage. And perhaps reset it with a voice other than that of Jacob Rees-Mogg. Sadly, though, there's no chance to play In the Air Tonight, or even anything by the Brotherhood of Man, sinister baby-eating religious death cult that they are. One day the truth will out, and it will be discovered by the man from Uncool. One day soon. In the meantime, however, let's have a bit of a classical interlude, shall we? I say interlude, we're right near the end now. Oh well, so many stinkers and so little time. Let's end up with this piece of classical music, shall we? Who remembers Hooked on Classics? Yeah, of course you do. Here's a bit. I think that'll do. Let's try this instead. We're going to fade out with Classical Muddley by the Portsmouth Symphonia. The Symphonia were a group of classically trained musicians, but I think at least some of them were classically trained, who weren't allowed to play their own instruments at any level of proficiency. If they got good on one instrument, it was taken away. So if you were, for instance, a harpist, you were given a cello to play, or if you're a cellist, you were given a trumpet to play, etc., etc., etc. The results are the perfect antidote to the hideous Hooked on Classics. So here's the Symphonia performing, amongst other things, an unholy mashup of Strauss's Also Sprach Zarathustra, Rossini's William Tell Overture, Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker Suite, Sibelius' Corella Suite, Grieg's Hall of the Mountain King, Tchaikovsky's Piano Concerto No. 1, The Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy, Strauss's Blue Danube Waltz, Rossini's William Tell Overture, Handel's Hallelujah Chorus, Grieg's Hall of the Mountain King, and Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture. With the crazed drum machine which lurches wildly from tempo to tempo, regardless of what the other musicians have been doing. It didn't seem to go too badly, did it?
You didn't have to listen to it, did you?
God, it's you again. I thought I got rid of you.
No, I'm still here. That was rubbish.
Listen, mate, I don't have to work with people like you.
I've got with loads better people than you.
Oh, yeah? Like who?
I was on the Laughing Gnome, you know.
Yeah, you don't surprise me. Hang on a minute. What a weird dream I'm having. What a weird dream it's been. Oh well, never mind. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.